My name is Rico, and you are watching the B Shine. Earlier growing up, I was on punishment at that time, so when I was being inspired by music, that seemed like the only thing that I had. And once I learned how to write rhymes and rap, it was on from that point on. You know what I'm saying? I had the power. When I was younger, I wanted to be just as cool as everybody else that was coming up in the 90s era. You know what I'm saying? You know, of course, the clothes they was wearing, stuff like that, starter jackets and, hats to the back. That was me as a kid, so I already felt as though I was hip. I just had to get my hop together, you know what I'm saying? But a good moment for me was, I guess to say, in my high school years, because that right there really determined what type of artist you were. And at that point, we had like lunchroom ciphers and people beating on the table, making beats and stuff like that. And that's where the crowd formed at. So that was like my chance to get heard. That was like my radio play, my video being played, being aired, you know what I mean, by the odds and everybody around. So it helped me step by step to groom myself, you know what I'm saying, to be more efficient as a rapper, you know what I'm saying? Man, I was going to every corner, every street. Anybody I knew in that area that was rapping, I was at your neighborhood. I was at your school. You know what I'm saying? I would cut my school to go to your school to battle. Stuff like that. Like, it was a competition. It wasn't like, how it is nowadays. Like somebody, they being sour about it. It was, if you was good, you would be appreciated back then. You know what I'm saying? And if you wasn't, then you just had to step your shit up. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully one day you would be appreciated amongst the ones that was being appreciated in that time. I used to have trash bags full of rhymes. I still do. And at one point, the very first rhymes that I started writing in that era, my mom, she didn't like it because I used to curse a lot and stuff. And, she wasn't having that. So she'll destroy my books, throw them away or something. I come home and I'll find my room, being rambled. I'm thinking the cat or the dog did it and it was her. She moved all my stuff. So, she wasn't feeling it. She wasn't feeling it at all. But as far as hip hop is concerned, my father, he was always a drummer and a poet. So I kind of linked more on his side when it came down to hip hop. Now, with my mother, she wasn't approving of it because I was slacking in school, slacking the things that I was supposed to take serious at that age. The only thing I ever took serious was being a rapper. I could create a picture without having to paint. Literally, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could close your eyes and if you listen to any of my songs or hear me rapping, you're going to vision. It's like you watching a movie. So that's, I like to be able to see myself create without having to, display anything. You know what I'm saying? Visually. I'm going to tell you, once the DVD era started hitting and people started taking the, shooting videos more seriously, because I come from the early 90s, 93, 94, where, if we had a big VHS camera, with the VCR tape inside of there, that was our way of, making a video. So I did it really, prehistorically. You know what I'm saying? I'm a caveman with mines. And this new era right now, it's just like, wow. If I would have caught on while, things were starting to emerge at that point, then I would have been more successful as far as, social media is concerned and stuff like that. I would have known exactly what to do. But, I kind of lucked up after all them years of, hitting the streets heavy and, becoming to be who I am at this point now. I kind of lucked up, My music is a message. Back then it was like I was putting words together, you know what I'm saying, being more artistic instead of, having a moral to it. So as I got older, it was just like, all right, now I'm really putting my life into these rhymes. So that was very interesting for me, because I want to make sure that if anybody going to write a book about me, I'm going to write the motherfucker first. You know what I'm saying? Then you can write a book off of that book that I already wrote. But this is the book right here, and you know what I'm saying? The legacy still stands, but I look at it like when I'm dead and gone, I want my great-grandchildren to be like, Grandpa was the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the legacy I want to leave behind. You know what I'm saying? That people can still relate and it can still be symbolic from back then till now. You know what I'm saying? Or the future. You know what I'm saying? I want one size fit all. So I'm not just talking about this time and day, this day and age. I'm talking about history and I'm talking about the future. You know what I'm saying? And the music that I do is timeless.